Jason, are we live streaming yet?
3, 2, 1, close. I'm looking at a progress bar. It's slowly filling up.
Okay.
Here we are.
Okay, you're live.
Okay. Welcome everybody to our August regular board meeting. Call to order at 5:30. So everybody please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America,
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty
with
and justice for all.
Alrighty, welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. There's shouldn't be any community comments because there's no community on that I can see on Zoom. Consent agenda.
I move that we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
James moved to approve the consent agenda and Kent seconded. All those in favor, aye.
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 I saw hands up from patients, I think.
Yeah. Okay, right into reports of discussion. Lane, district.
Okay, just a couple updates on a couple things. So just kind of with getting things ready to reopen here pretty soon. We had secretaries in each building and with help from Peggy Campbell, the student support specialist. They've been calling each family that we have, checking in, figuring out, if there's any issues, concerns, what they need to help for connectivity. So that way we can get on the ball rolling with comprehensive distance learning. So far, really positive responses. So hopefully the next couple of days, we'll be able to make personal contacts with all of our students. Monday, teachers will be in the building utilizing implementation grant funds to plan for comprehensive distance learning that kind of meets the charter methods of place, project, and service-based education. With folks coming back onto campus, they'll be following COVID-19 protocols with masking and hand sanitation and all those good things in space, physical distancing. Registration will be next week as well. Mostly we're trying to capture new students that we weren't able to connect with on the phone. When secretaries are calling, they're making sure everything's updated and doing registration that way. They'll be sending home forms that we need to send home. But we'll try to get new folks registered next week. We'll advertise that. We'll be doing it online, utilizing a portion of our student information system, which we haven't used. So we've been trying to get that set up. So fingers crossed we can get that set up and work well. Let's see. And so then in-service week is the week of August 31st through September 3rd. All sessions will be online. We're transitioning some of our mandatory trainings to a tool called Safe Schools, which is provided to us pretty reasonably priced through PACE. So we'll do all those trainings. Once that letter gets sent home to staff, I'll make sure you guys get a copy too. And if any of those sessions sound interesting that you want to join in, let me know and we'll get you the links for those. The week of September 8th through the 11th will be what we're calling the week of welcome. So as the secretaries have been calling, we're individually scheduling conferences with parents, students, with staff, with teachers, just to make sure we start the year off on the right foot with understanding the expectations and tools that we have available for comprehensive distance learning. We'll be handing out Chromebooks and other supports that they may need at that time. Again, we'll be following protocols with spacing, masks. We'll make sure everybody follows sanitation protocols for that. The 14th will be our first day of comprehensive distance learning with students learning online. Yeah, so mark those dates so as those plans develop and have more specifics. I'll make sure you guys get those as well, so that way in case someone asks you on the street, you guys get approached a lot of like, hey, what's going on? It's good for you to know. I had a great conversation with Corey Colt today, the MEA president, regarding an MOU to kind of help frame the staff and district roles and supports during comprehensive distance learning. I really appreciate Mr. Colt's openness and honesty and just trying to do the best to support our students and our staff moving forward. So that is what I've got for my report today.
Quick question, Lane.
Yep.
Is school days Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday? Or Monday,
Nope.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
We'll start out while we're doing comprehensive distance learning Monday through Thursday.
Okay, cool.
And then when we move back to campus hybrid, we'll talk about building in that cushion.
Okay. Any questions for Lane?
Lane, was there any impacts to our budget based on the recent legislative discussion?
Just the SIA allocation. So we got about a third of the amount we were expecting. We still need to make some adjustments on that end. Luckily, a lot of it wasn't tied directly to FTE. So we'll make sure we preserve what we want and what we can out of that moving ahead.
Good, thanks.
Can you guys hear Nancy?
No.
No. Nancy wanted to say something. Do I come over here and say?
Here I am. I realized the policies are in the wrong place. It should be under reports and discussions, not the consent agenda, because we haven't made sure everyone understood them. That's my fault, sorry.
I have them under consent agenda.
Yeah,
Same
she
back.
said,
But to talk about them, they need to be under reports and discussions.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Okay.
Didn't we discuss that once, that if there was no changes and we had a chance to read them beforehand, we could go right to consent?
Yes.
So whatever they want.
Whatever you guys want.
Okay, so I think, so first, let's, somebody needs to make a motion to get it out of consent agenda and in reports and discussion, Nancy.
I guess it depends on whether there's any questions. If everybody read them and thinks it's all fine, then we can leave it. And then
Okay.
they'd be
And
all
then we can-
approved tonight.
And we can take action tonight.
Yeah, well, you already do if you leave it under the consent agenda.
Oh yeah, that's right. I knew that. Yeah,
Like,
I
Is
have no
everybody fine
questions.
with that?
Oh, go ahead.
No, I just wondered if everyone was okay with that.
Yeah, I didn't have any questions, and then I didn't see any places where there was any this or that type of situation, so.
Right, the only question
Well, a
I
lot
might
of-
have had, wasn't there two proposed, a choice? We had to choose one of them?
There, on some of them, before you got them, we put in the name of who would be responsible, like assistant principal or superintendent. And that was about the only thing.
Okay,
Otherwise, if it was May or Shell, Lane wanted it to be May.
right,
Makes sense.
So you got it with May.
right. Beautiful. Does anybody have any questions on the policies?
This is Patience. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I did not read them.
Well, then, I don't know. I guess you probably would have to defer your vote on that then,
That's
Right.
what I was thinking.
or abstain, I guess. So is there still, do we still have a quorum? Yeah, we still have a quorum after that. And hello, Melissa, by the way.
Oh.
Oh,
Just lost her.
just lost her.
There she is.
She's back.
There she is. She's coming back on. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Okay,
I can just change it to, on the vote to patients abstaining.
correct. That's what I would do is
Okay.
have, it would pass 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4.
Or, sure.
Yeah, 4, yeah.
Yeah, five.
I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't hear anything you were voting on, so I had to disconnect and reconnect. So I don't know.
It was on the consent agenda, policies. And if you had any questions, if you did not have any questions, then we're just gonna allow them to pass.
Nope, I had no questions.
Okay,
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
okay,
Thank you.
all right. And Lane, you're done with district?
Yep, and Brent and Josh couldn't make it tonight, so we can skip over the building and the community school when it's that time.
Got it. Thanks for your report, Lane. And Wendy, you're up.
Okay. I have June and July to report. You might have to wait a minute.
Hey, Wendy, do you have the PDF that Nancy sent us so you could
Yes.
direct us to the same page?
Okay, so on page 17 will be June.
Okay.
Cool.
So in June, revenue, we received $66,579. Expenditures, $529,408. Our financial obligations, district accounts payable, $89,489.73. Payroll, $247,911.89. High school student body, $1,767.86. Elementary student body, $29. So there are the following 2019-20 expenditures that exceeded the budget. These numbers are rounded. So the first one would be the function code. This is all general fund, and the function code is 1250, special education, 113,000. This is because of our Title I, we exceeded our Title I grants. We had to use general fund, educational assistance, and a student at the Bridgeway House. Function code 1281, tuition to other districts, $12,679 for LCC students. Function code 2310, $4,600 for the audit.
So the LCC student, was that someone we didn't anticipate going, a new student, or?
This is all budget to what we spent. So if I would have to look back, see what we budgeted. We just overspent what we budgeted. So we may have budgeted for 2 students and had like 4 students.
Okay.
That,
Yeah, I just got to ask you a question once in a while to.
just stop and slow me down. All right. Function code 2410, principals account 28,000, exceed grant and some vacation pay. 2542 function code. There were only 2 items on here. The repairs were $8,000 over and electricity was $16,000 over. Function code 2552 transportation, $36,000. And that was because we budgeted 2.5 drivers and we hired an additional 2 part-time drivers, which equals 1 FTE. So that is the June information. Before I move on to July, do you guys have any questions?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Okay, July, and July is on page,
Tim, you're on mute if you're trying to talk.
you can't hear me?
Looks like, Tim, were you trying to say something?
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I couldn't find my mouse there. Wendy, on the June numbers, the carryover, my recollection was that it was slightly over 300,000.
Yes,
Is that's lower than we'd like, correct?
well, it's lower than we like, but and it's also lower than what we budgeted.
Oh, nice. Okay.
No, that's not nice.
Right. So we should be fine for July, August.
July, August, we're fine.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, July is on page 34.
Actually, Lindy, before you head out of that, so I don't even know what the dollar figure is, but there's always some money budgeted for the board. We obviously didn't do the summer meeting and
Conference, yeah.
into that and the conferences. Has there been any savings there that have been realized, or is it all going to Zoom?
So where are you asking for savings?
Well, typically there's money set aside for the board, and I'm assuming, we didn't spend nearly as much as we would have this year had we went to the conference over in Bend.
Oh, that would have been in the new budget. That's
Hmm.
that's not June's budget. That would be going forward in this new budget.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. That was July, wasn't it? The meetings.
Okay. No more June questions at this time. Okay, I'll move on to July. Okay, so July revenue, $275,270. Expenditures, $103,873. Accounts payable, $39,128.23. Payroll is $39,530.63. And no student body for elementary or high school reported. So do you guys have any questions, or did you have a chance to look at July, and do you have any questions about July?
Your payroll is roughly just under 40,000 for July.
For July, yes.
So that'll be roughly the same in August, and then September is going to pick up, or?
August will be probably a little bit higher, not too bad, but a little bit higher because a few people are back now. August will be a huge hit, yes.
Okay.
Probably about 250,000.
In August alone?
No, September.
Okay. So yeah, you're right. That 301,000 is going to hard to stretch it.
Yes, it is.
That's my only question.
On mute.
Sorry, other questions for Wendy? Lane, bond update.
I think the challenge timeline for once I filed the paperwork with the county, there was a 7-day review time frame. That ended at 5 p.m. So we need to file one more document, the SEL 803, with Lane County elections, and then we'll have an official ballot measure number. So we can start talking about that. Working with OSBA consultant who's been drafting flyers and things for us to use. They look really great. They have to get approval from the Secretary of State's office, so they're navigating that right now, doing edits to make sure our messaging and tone is neutral and informative. So once those are back from review, I'll get you those to review. So I imagine tomorrow or Friday, when I can get into Lane County elections, we'll file the next document and we'll move ahead from there.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Questions on bond? Yeah, it's gonna be a.
Have you heard any
Right.
rumblings in the community? Nothing.
Or anything.
Talked with a few folks with good questions, so it'll be nice to have everything in and ready, and then be able to share more information. And I know there's a group working to get a pack going, and so that's exciting too.
Good.
Okay, moving on to action items, our excise tax resolution.
Okay, so I'm not sure which page it is in your packet. I think it's the last page.
Yeah.
Now, Wendy, is this one where we have to read everything out loud?
No, you don't have to. You can just tell them the differences between the 2 years if you'd like.
Okay. So then this is for the construction excise tax The Oregon allows us to levy a tax on certain new construction in the district. So for the residential rate, there will be an increase from the 2019-20 rate to residential would be $1.39, which is an increase of 4 cents. Non-residential construction tax will be 69 cents, which is an increase of 2 cents from the previous year. And then non-residential, the max tax is $34,600, which is an increase of $900 from the previous year.
So we need a motion to accept this, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll move to accept is it excise tax?
Yes, resolution 20-1 excise
Sorry, I
imposed
don't have it
construction.
in front of me. Yes. I'll move to accept that.
Second.
Move to accept resolution 20-1 imposed construction excise tax limit. James seconded. All those in favor, aye.
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 Okay, that passes. And again, Lane, school calendar.
Yeah, school calendar.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yep.
Was that James or Kent who seconded?
James.
James? Okay, thank you.
So then on the school calendar copy that Nancy and I sent out earlier, there, James with the eagle eyes caught that there was a date that was marked blue. That should be purplish.
Ah,
Yeah.
got it. That's the 19th of February.
Yep.
Easy blues.
Yep. So then pretty much what this is postpones the official student instruction day from the 8th to the 14th. And then we're using that week as that family and student week of welcome, where we do those one-on-one conferences to make sure we started on the right foot. The state has allowed us this year, they've increased the amount of conference professional development hours that we can count as instructional time. And that's what we're going to do is do what kind of a soft opening with families, make sure they have the tools and the skills to navigate all the things we're expecting them to do in comprehensive distance learning. Yeah, so that's what where that is. We should meet the same amount of hours and mandated minutes instructionally. We're just counting it a little bit differently. There'll be that 4 fewer contact days with students.
Perfect. So
So the
again,
blue, so the blue should be a student half day. I mean, the blue should be a student half day. Is that what?
Yeah, let me pull it up right in front of me here. I don't have my paper copy in front of me.
Yeah, it's purple, right?
Yeah, that's a. Oh boy, on my phone, that's an awful. That's like a hot pink.
Ours looks hot pink.
February 19th should be that purple hot pink student half day.
Student half day. Okay, thank you.
Half day. Is it a star? Triangle?
I'll move we accept the calendar as presented.
I'll second.
so Kent moved to accept the calendar as presented, and Melissa seconded. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
And that passes. School board comments.
I don't know what to say. I appreciate everybody, they're juggling everything that's going on between COVID and I'm sure there's so much stuff coming down to you from the state that we're not seeing. Keeping all that in line, and when I see what's going on at the big schools that have a ton of staff, again, I appreciate what you guys are doing. Keeping things moving.
Yeah, for sure. Just to add on a little bit to that too, is just, Lane, you and your team has done an incredible job. The fact that we're doing an August board meeting right before opening school in a CDL model and our board meeting is essentially a half an hour. That's pretty incredible. So good job.
Well, it's because Lane was on the news last week.
But so what happens when you answer a phone number you don't recognize?
That'll teach you, Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a decent piece.
Alrighty. Any other comments?
Keep up the good work.
Yep. For sure. Anybody have any future agenda items for September's regular board meeting?
Actually, I have a question about our vacancy. Where are we at with that?
I know we have one applicant, so you'll have someone to interview
Okay.
next month, and if you feel so inclined, you can appoint or throw the line back out and see what you
Okay.
get.
The hook is full.
What?
The hook has a fish on it.
There we go.
You got a question?
Pam? Nancy said you can extend it if you need to, if you want to extend the vacancy.
Oh, I mean,
Want
that
to.
would be tonight. We have to make that.
No. Nancy just said you can extend it.
Oh,
If it's just,
we can decide that.
yeah.
If you want more than one applicant.
Oh, does anybody want to extend it to try to attract another applicant or two?
Did I see patients saying yes?
Yeah, I see patients nodding.
Okay. Yeah, it's good to have some, to
Yeah.
see what interest is out there, but it's been advertised, what, a month now?
But people may not see it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it on our website? Okay.
Nancy, when does it close, or did it close yet?
Did it close? She's gonna go look.
If I was interpreting patients' head bobbing there.
Yeah,
I agree.
if
Tim,
can you
September.
hear me?
Yes.
If we could leave it, if we could leave it open for a week, I could definitely see if I could solicit somebody I may have in mind that would be interested.
Ah,
It currently closes September 10th.
Okay, that's plenty of time.
okay. So we do not want to extend it beyond September 10th.
No, that'll be enough time for me to find that person that's going to be a great addition
Beautiful. Okay.
to the competitive process.
Right.
Competition's good.
Okay. Entertain. I'm going to do this right this time. Anybody want to move to close our meeting?
I move we adjourn.
My second.
Can't move to adjourn our meeting. James second. All those in favor? Aye.
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 Meeting is adjourned